Air fryers are a common feature in many people's homes nowadays, as they act as a quick way to cook food that's often healthier than more alternative methods such as the oven. I only bought mine earlier this year, but already I can't imagine being without it. They're convenient and time-saving, and I'm always on the hunt for new recipes to try out in the handy gadget. This is my first Christmas having one, so I was keen to try out some festive recipes. And nothing says Christmas like a deliciously crispy batch of roast potatoes, which pair perfectly with dinner on the big day. But who says you can't eat roast potatoes as a snack? I decided to put my own spin on the classic side dish by making mini roasties in my air fryer, with a budget-friendly twist. I decided to use a tin of potatoes for this recipe, which I picked up for 38p from Tesco. Not only are these easy on your wallet, but they're pre-peeled, which saves you from faffing around with the peeler, which can be really time-consuming. They also last a lot longer than fresh potatoes, which means no waste at all, and they were ready in less than 30 minutes. I was so impressed with the crispy texture I was met with, and will definitely be making these again and again. To start, I drained the tin of new potatoes and cut each one in half. I then boiled them for around 5 minutes, because they had come in a can. They were already quite soft, which made them easier to slice and also cut down on the boiling time. I then poured the content of the pan into a colander and fluffed up the potatoes by tossing them around and leaving to steam for a few minutes. This was where I began to worry that these would be a disaster. Most roast potato recipes require Maries Piper potatoes, as they're much fluffier, and that is what gives roasties their distinctive crunch. These new potatoes didn't appear to fluff up very much, but I decided to trust the process anyway. After they had steamed for a couple of minutes, I put them back in the pot and stirred through 1 tablespoon of oil, and some salt and pepper for flavor. Then it was time to put them in the air fryer. I have a Russell Hobbs Satis fry model that is quite small, but ideal for a one-person household. If you have a bigger one, you could definitely make a bigger batch, maybe even big enough to serve with your Christmas dinner. It's really important not to crowd the basket and ensure the potatoes are spread out, which will allow them to cook evenly. I then cooked them at 190°C for 25 minutes, giving the basket a shake around halfway through. I honestly wasn't expecting much when I went to check on them, but was surprised to find that they crisped up nicely, and I couldn't wait for them to be done. The crunch was off the scale, and it wasn't long before I'd eaten them all. I was too excited to eat them to prepare any toppings, and they were great on their own, but they'd also be nice with some gravy and maybe even some leftover turkey and cranberry sauce. Think loaded fries, but with roast potatoes instead. These will now be a Christmas snacking staple in my home, and I can't wait to make them again.